Today we're going to be reading from the book of Matthew, as there's a very beautiful parables from this book, and it's going to be from chapter 20. So I'm going to start off with, in verse 20 of chapter 20, the mother of Zebedee's sons came to Jesus and kneeled down and asked something from him. And he said to her, "What do you wish?" Now, before I continue, who are the sons of Zebedee? I will give you one hint. There are these two brothers that are both disciples that both start with the letter J. Which brothers can you think of? And then his brother John. So the sons of Zebedee, also sometimes called the sons of thunder, are actually coming with their mother, and they are asking something of Christ. And they all ask, "Can you grant that these two sons may sit one on your right hand and other on your left hand in your kingdom?" So they want to be on the left and right of Christ's kingdom. But Jesus answered and said, "You do not know what you ask." See, what they were thinking was of earthly power. They were thinking of, he will have a material kingdom on this earth. So they wanted to be rewarded by having a huge, powerful position. Is that how we're usually taught? No. However, seeing that it was coming from a place of no knowledge, he asks them, "Are you able to drink the cup that I am about to drink and be baptized with the baptism that I am about to be baptized with?" So I'm going to say this one more time. Are you able to drink the cup I am about to drink and be baptized with the baptism that I'm going to receive? What do you think drinking of the cup means in this situation? Perfect. So if you didn't hear, we are talking about Qurban here, right? When you receive the Qurban, when you receive everything that is given to you, you are what? Giving yourself nourishment. You are giving yourself the flesh. But in order to do that, you have to accept Christ. You have to be willing to be persecuted by the world just for the sake of your religion. People will tell you no, but you will say, "I will do this." That is what it means to take Qurban. It's not something simple. You have to what? We always usually have to fast right before. We have to repent before we take it. It's a lot of this huge process. And then the baptism, in this case, is talking about the baptism of death. Because when he's talking to James and John, he knows that there will be a bunch of people following in their footsteps to be persecuted by the Pharisees. And so he, about to be killed in the crucifixion, is asking them, "Are you able to follow me?" And what they say is, "We are able." And so he said to them, "You are indeed able to drink my cup and be baptized with the baptism that I'm going to be receiving. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not for something to give, but it is for those whom it is prepared by my Father." So what he is saying is, this isn't arbitrary. It is through the work of God that they will be put in their place. And so when the disciples are hearing this, they're very mad. They're scorning James and John, and they're telling them that they're displeased. But Jesus called to them, and this is the main point of this parable. He called to them himself and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles will lord it over them, and those who are great will exercise authority over them. But in this place it shall not be so among you. For whoever desires to become great, let him become a servant." Become what? So in the world, the great people, the people with the greatest ability, the most exalted, are not serving the people, but rather people are serving them. But in God's kingdom, those to become great, you have to become what? A servant. A servant of God. And he said, "And whoever desires to be first among you, let him become just like a servant. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." So in your own life, you cannot be worried about having this status. For the greatest status is to serve others, just like Christ. Christ is the King of Kings. Yet he was willing to heal. He was willing to teach. He was willing to answer. He was willing to help all those who came to him. And still does, and laid down his life for all of mankind. In this case, for you, the greatest positions in your own life come from serving others. It doesn't have to be a specific position. I'm not saying everybody has to become a clergy or the best Mazemeron. It comes from serving in the most littlest of ways. Helping your brothers and sisters. Helping the little ones. Helping your peers. So do not fight with one another for an empty status that will go away in due time. But to gain the everlasting gift, I must implore you, become a servant. For those who are greatest in the Lord's eyes are those who help others, just like they would help him. There's always a parable, right? What? What happens if Christ was the one knocking? You open it. But because you do not know who it is before you open the door, you must treat everybody with the same respect you would give your Lord. So in your day-to-day, today, tomorrow, your whole life, help one another. And please, do not worry about the status. Do not worry about becoming great. For if you are to serve others, you are truly serving God. Thank you.
እጅግ አፈረ የተፈራ ነው የተከበረ የሰማይ ደጆች ተንቀጠቀጡ ለቅዱስ ስሙ ክብር ሊሰጡ የተከበረ ያልተቀደሰ ለምጽ ያነደደ እንዴት ይችላል ሊያመሰግነው? በል ፍቀድልኝ ፍቅር ነህና ልግባ መቅደስ ላቅርብ ምስጋና። በዘባነ ኪሩብ ለሚቀመጠው በእሳት ድንጋዮች ክብሩን አጠረው። ዘምሩ ለእግዚአብሔር ለጌታ ዘምሩ፣ የተከበረ ነው በሰማይ በምድሩ። የተከበረ ነው በሰማይ በምድሩ። ዙፋን ታየኝ ትምክህቴ ወይ ስትመሰገን በሰማይ ላይ ሲያመሰግን የተደሰተ ባይተዋር አልሆን አልውጣ ካንተ። በዘባነ ኪሩብ ለሚቀመጠው በእሳት ድንጋዮች ቅጥሩን ላጠረው። ዘምሩ ለእግዚአብሔር ለጌታ ዘምሩ፣ የተከበረ ነው በሰማይ በምድሩ። የተከበረ ነው በሰማይ በምድሩ። ቅኔ ሞላበት ያንን ሰገነት ልቀላቀለው ተመኘው በእውነት። ልዘምርልህ ባይገባኝም ዝም የሚል ልሳን አልሰጠኝም። በዘባነ ኪሩብ ለሚቀመጠው በእሳት ድንጋዮች ቅጥሩን ላጠረው። ዘምሩ ለእግዚአብሔር ለጌታ ዘምሩ፣ የተከበረ ነው በሰማይ በምድሩ። የተከበረ ነው በሰማይ በምድሩ። ወደዳት ዳዊት ዘመረላት፣ በቤተ መቅደስ ተቀበሏት፣ በቤተ መቅደስ ተቀበሏት። በቤተ መቅደስ ተቀበሏት፣ በቤተ መቅደስ ተቀበሏት። ልዑል ዘምራ